Good morning, Facebook. Today is Monday. Wednesday, I will be in Key West, Florida for the next 6 days. And it won't be easy to get a hold of. So, thought I'd make this today. Basically, to give you time to think about this. This is your financial future, folks. I can't tell you what to do. You do whatever you choose. All I know is this. Everybody that I know, everybody, to a person, if they're an adult, are trying to find a way to make more money. And the first thought, based on your training, is I need to go get another job. There's only so many hours in a day. So many hours you can work. I know some people got 3 jobs. I don't see how you do it. They don't have a life, period. No life at all. They work all the time. Okay. There's 3 ways you can add more money to your bottom line. There's only a couple ways you can add significant money, but just for sake of the conversation, there's only 3 ways to add additional income to your bottom line. 1, get another job. If you have time to do that, or you choose to take the time to do that, or if you have some kind of skill where you can jump out and get another job, you can do that. That's 1. That doesn't work for everybody. It works for some, but it doesn't work for everybody. Some people like jobs. Doesn't necessarily mean they like the job they're doing. They just like jobs. Obviously, they wouldn't do it. With that said, that's way number 1. Way number 2 involves 2 and 3 involves leverage. Ways 2 and 3 involve leverage. For the most part, most of us who claim to be entrepreneurs or business people or want to be have chosen to leverage people because that's the way they were trained when they first got started with any kind of multi-level network marketing, any of those kind of companies. Now, let me start by saying, again, this is not to say that there's anything wrong with any of those business models. I'm just saying there are 3 ways to do it. You can get a new job, which leverages more of your time to make more dollars. If you don't have a whole lot of time, you're not going to make a whole lot of money because that's what a job does. Okay, it's brokering your time for a prescribed amount of money, which in most cases is not enough, which is why you have a second and a third job. All right, I'm speaking real with you people today. I'm just speaking real as I can go. Okay. All right. 1 job, an additional job. You don't do it because you want to do it. You do it because you have to do it. Because one of your jobs ain't paying enough. Number 2 and 3 involve leverage. Number 2, for the most part, people are using people as leverage. They're leveraging people. In other words, they're leveraging other people's efforts. I think it was Nelson Rockefeller or somebody, Rockefeller or somebody rich, a long time ago said they would rather get a percentage of 100 people's efforts than 100% of their own. Okay. Makes sense. Only problem is, for the most part, that concept has been bastardized by the MLM and network marketing arena to give the impression that you have the possibility to leverage other people's time in order to make a consistent and predictable income. You may do it for a minute. A lot of people doing it for a little time. Some people do it for a long time. But for the most part, 98% of those people fail. And why do they fail? Because the numbers don't add up. Simple. I mean, liars figure, but figures don't lie. And when you have a system that has a consistent, since its inception, consistent 95 to 98% failure rate, it just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to keep doing it. But you can do that. I'm not telling you not to. I'm talking for me. I'm looking at numbers. And I'm looking at what works, what has always worked, and what will continue to work. Okay. What we know is that network marketing and MLMs don't consistently work. What we also know, based on just figures, facts and figures, what we also know is you can only leverage people's time so far before people just who aren't making any money just decide they're not going to pay you that monthly payment anymore. They're just going to stop doing it. That's why people in that industry have to keep working all the time, always talking to somebody, always marketing, always doing something of that effect. All right. Now, with that said, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. Do whatever you choose, whatever blows your hair back. I'm just saying, if you look at it from pure numbers and statistics, it's a losing battle. One that you may win for a moment or for a season or for a time, but you won't win it consistently for any long period of time, because all you're gaining is residual, which means leftover. All you're gaining is residual income, which is leveraged by people trying to get that same residual income. The success, if you will, of those companies is based on people failing. It just is. And today, with all of the nonsense floating around in the political world and all of that really shouldn't concern you, is making people freak out, and it needs to stop. Okay, because one thing is consistent. It's been consistent in this country forever, which leads me to my third way you can make an additional income, and that is banking and corporations will not stop. They will continue forever. Now, you may not be part of that, but it is what it is, and it's not going anywhere, folks. Hang on, that sound means somebody's walking in front of my sensor. Who's at my front door? Who's walking past my front door? Somewhere about. Okay. Oh, mailman. Okay, now, where was I? Oh yeah. You can use that. Hey, thanks, Lawrence. You can use that process if you choose, but just understand that process requires you to get in a corporate and a business mindset. You need to do that, because for the most part, we are trained from elementary school to work for people. You're never trained, even in college, you're not trained to work in your own business. Business administration majors, their job is to administer other people's business, not their own. Now, in the real world, in the business world, there are two entities that do not and will not change. Banking, which has been going on for thousands of years, and corporations, which have been going on for close to 1,000, right? Corporations borrow money from banks to start businesses. Then, once they have that funding from that bank, they go on and they try to build business. If it doesn't work, it's not a problem, because that company is held responsible, not the individual who administers that company. Typically, companies get that funding because they know the secret sauce. They know what needs to be done to create the parameters that the bank is looking for, so that that bank will willfully and freely loan them money. With that said, if you don't have a corporation, then you're just going to fail. I'm not trying to be mean about it, but it's the truth. It's the truth, folks. If you are an adult living in the United States of America, I don't care what your skin tone is. I don't care how much melanin you have in your skin or lack thereof. I don't care what country is your place of origin. I don't care about any of that. If you live and work in the United States of America, you need to have a corporation. The corporate structure you choose is on you. You decide that. You figure that out. For me, it's the C Corp, because I can get the most funding via a C corporation, up to $500,000 in lines of credit and cash that I'm not personally responsible for. Now, how do you get that? Well, you have to start a company, and you have to allow a company to help you build that company. That company is New You Financial. If you want to start your own corporation, which you should, because there's major tax benefit in having your own corporation, that company is New You Financial. Now, if you don't have the money to start that corporation, let me give you what that costs. $20,000. $20,000 allows New You Financial to go and build that corporation, get the lines of credit set up for that corporation, and go and get up to $500,000 in lines of credit and cash in your company's account. Not what we hold, what you hold. And then our company manages that corporation for you. So once you get that funding, we create another corporation within that corporation. Once that corporation is funded, we create another corporation, and on and on and on. So think about it, $500,000 once in about 120 days. That's how long it takes to get funded. So let's take another 120 days. You get another $500,000 from the second corporation you built, and on and on and on. So by the end of year one, you're at about $2 million. That's how much money you collected via your corporations that you had nothing, that you didn't touch. You just own them. We have people running that for you. All right, so you got $2 million. And every quarter, we give you business opportunities that you don't get to have unless you've got that kind of company. We show you how to get a 100% rate of return. Right? ROR, 100% rate of return on any money that you use as an investment vehicle via New You Financial. So in essence, by the end of year one, you put about $300,000-$400,000 in your pocket that you did nothing for other than bring that first initial $20,000 to the table. Now, there's that question. How do you expect me to do that? How do you expect me to do that when I don't have $20,000 available to myself? Well, that's where it gets nice. Okay. You can go get funded the same way the company gets funded, not as for as much money, but you can get funded for up to $150,000 using your personal credit, right, in unsecured bank loans. Here's where people get nervous, because they've been trained to believe that bank loans are bad. Yeah, because you always use your bank loan to go buy stuff like a house, cars, jet skis, stuff like that. It eats you. It doesn't feed you. We're showing you how to use your credit score to feed you. So let's say you don't have the $20,000. Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to use your credit score. If you have a 650 or better and can show at least $35,000 a year verifiable income, we can get you up to $150,000 in a week. In a week. And we show you how you never make a payment on that loan out of your pocket ever. Ever. Think about it, folks. $150,000 loan to you personally that's unsecured. So you don't have to put up your house. You don't have to put up your car. You don't have to have a co-signer, any of that stuff. And then when you get that $150,000, you take 20 of it and you put it into that brand new corporation that you're going to get built. And in 120 days, you got $500,000, and then your life just keeps progressing. Okay. Who is this? Okay. Who is this? 1 second, folks. Every time you hear that sound, there's somebody walking in front of my sensor. Oh, okay. Somebody's delivering a package. Nice. All right. So, where was I? Oh, okay. So, you use your 650 or better plus $35,000 of income. And as long as you don't have a bankruptcy or anything like that, we can get you that money. All right. Up to $150,000. You take 20 of it, you get the corporation, you get rolling. All right. The rest of it you put into other passive investment vehicles that make you more and more money every 60 to 90 days, 100% rate of return. Now, whenever somebody hears 100% rate of return, they get nervous because they've been used to hearing people like Warren Buffett lie to them. And here's how Warren Buffett lies to you, the normal citizen. He tells you that to get a 10% annual rate of return on your investment is good. It is good if you're just a regular citizen and you don't know what the hell's going on in this world. But he's trying to keep you out of that loop because he knows for the most part, even if you were allowed into that loop, you screw it up some kind of way because you get nervous and freaked out. You know, you have to have an entrepreneur mindset. But I'm trying to show you how to get into this game right now. Right now. Now, you might say, well, I don't have a 650 credit score, or I don't have, whatever. Okay. If you don't have a 650 credit score, then that's where we come in again. All right. We get your credit score fixed. My credit score 60 days ago was a 470, something like that. I posted it before in the group page. A 470, something like that. Because I was a broke ass musician, right? And I borrowed a lot of money off credit cards to try to buy gear and helping my band and everything I do. All right. No, don't worry about it, Lawrence. I got you. Just reach out to me. Trust me, I got you. You don't have to be in the United States. All right. I'm going to get to that. Now, say you don't have a good credit score. All right, whatever it is, say it's a 600, say it's a 4 something like mine was. All right now it's a 670 something or other. Now I'm about to get funded. All right, and that took 60 days, folks, from a 470 to a 670. All right, 200 points in 60 days. I don't care if you believe it. You want me to show it to you? I mean, it's just dumb to, go to all that kind of nonsense that people go to every day. All right. But again, all right, if you don't have the 620 or 650, and as long as you have verifiable income, if you got no job, there's nothing we can do. If you got no money, there's nothing we can do. You can go get your credit score fixed somewhere else. All right, it's going to take you 9 to 12 months to do it, but they'll pay you. You'll pay them to do that. Credit repair is free. We fix your credit for free. I mean, it's pretty simple. All right. So again, the first thing you want to do is put $20,000 towards a brand new corporation. If you don't have the $20,000, because that brand new corporation is going to be funded up to $500,000 within 120 days. A lot of people do this backwards. I'm doing it the way it works and the way it is with New You Financial. I'm the director of broker and agent services of New You Financial. So I know how this works. Exactly how it works. Most people come in the door because they got bad credit. I need you to understand something. If you already have good credit and a verifiable $35,000 a year, right? I can get you a corporation built and funded within 120 days. Because I'm going to get you a loan, unsecured, that will cover the cost of that building that corporation, and be able to use some of that loan to invest right now. So within 60 to 90 days, you double your money. In other words, 100% rate of return. But if you don't have a good credit, you may as well get started now getting your credit up, so then we can talk about the real game. Because there's no advantage in having bad credit. None. Unless, of course, you're like a lot of people that I worked with when I used to sell cars, who would come in to buy a car because their parents finally said, you need to go establish your own credit. Because we've been paying for everything through our company for years. It's time for you to go do something. And they have bad credit because they never bought anything with credit. They have zero credit, basically. It's easier to get somebody's credit up than to get somebody credit, period. Because then you have to create trade lines, which takes time. Right? I know this stuff because this is where I work. This is what I do. All right? But I don't work for New You Financial. I work with New You Financial. Right? Commissions are great, right? And they're ongoing. The reason why they're ongoing is because people aren't paying anything a month to do it. And everybody who is in credit repair, and we've said you're going to go through credit repair, they get funded eventually. Once they get funded, you get paid. Once you get paid, you get happy, right? And then they start a corporation and you get paid for that. And then they get paid on that funding and you get paid for that and you get paid for that. One person can make you over 100 grand a year. One person. So the residual income is incredible. But what makes it passive, which is something none of you have unless you're in a program where money is creating money. You don't have passive income. I don't care what you do. Fight me on it. So I'm saying all that to say this, folks. I'm going to put the link in the page. You can have good credit.com. The only reason why I even put the link you can have good credit.com here, because most of you have bad credit, or you don't have enough credit to actually change your lives, instead of just using your credit score to cost you money. Your credit score up until today has been used for one thing. Your credit score is like the person that you've had in your relationship, if you've ever had this, a person who lays on your couch all day. You get up, put your clothes on, throw some coffee down real fast, jump out the house to go to work. Your credit score is still laying on the couch watching television from last night. All right? You come in from working 8, 9, 10, 12, 14 hours. That credit score is still sitting there watching television. Ate up all the food in the house, waiting on you to show up, because you have one job. Go get that credit score some money so that your FICO score can go pay for all the stuff you bought. Your house, your car, your cars, your boat, your RV, all the things that you spend money on, your credit cards, right? Your phone, your insurance, all of which is based on your credit score. But it doesn't put money in your pocket. I'm showing you how to use your credit score to put money in your pocket consistently and predictably. And if you do it right, $300,000-$400,000 in a year. And the funny part about it is I really don't care if you don't believe me. I really don't. Because I see it every day. Every single day. Now, with that said, folks, I'm going to get out of here. I got to practice my guitar. This band I'm in. This band. But again, I need you to understand, folks, I'm going to run this by one more time real fast, because this is your financial future. You need to choose wisely. You can be in all the programs and the companies and the gifting and the crowdfunding and all, I don't care. Do all of that. But if you want to make a consistent and regular income passively, where you sit back and get paid to do nothing. I know how that feels. I'm a Grammy Award-winning songwriter. I get paid royalties. Every quarter I get a check from somebody for something. Work I did one time. If you go and look up Eric Gales, G-A-L-E-S, one of the greatest guitar players I've ever seen in my life. You can look up Eric Gales' Bookends. That's his new album. Look at the liner notes. See how many times you see G sharp. Yeah, I'm all over his record. All over it. And however many records he sells for the rest of his life, I'm going to get a check from that. It took me an hour to write those songs. That's what I do. That's what you want. You want passive income, folks. You don't want to be working all the time. No. I'm at home. This is my home office. I've left home to go to work before. I've done it several times in my life. I don't intend to do it again. I'm going to Key West, Florida next week. That whole trip costs about, I don't know, $5,000, $6,000. By the time it's all said and done, it's going to be about $6,000. You think I went to work to get that money? No, passive. Passive. And while I'm there, on that Friday, while I'm there, I'm going to get paid again. Just saying, folks. And it all started with me with a 470 credit score. And now in 60 days, my credit score is a 670 and getting higher every day. I should be funded within the next couple, 2 or 3 weeks. And then it just gets better and bigger and better and bigger and better. We're not an MLM. We're not a network marketing company. We're not an activity. We're not gifting. We're not any of that kind of stuff. So it has nothing to do with Bitcoin and none of that. Not that there's anything wrong with any of it. It's just not what we are. It's not what we do. We're a financial services company, of which I am the broker services director. I'm the only broker in the whole company. Everybody else is an agent. My job is to make sure the agents explain to their people what this is and what it is not. Hopefully this video will show you that. If you have any questions, if you want to talk to me, after you go to You Can Have Good Credit and sign up, free. After you go there and sign up, I will get an email. When I get that email, then I'm going to turn around and send you an email. And that email is going to tell you how to get a hold of me directly. But you have to be put on my calendar because people call me all day. You have to be put on my calendar. Then we will discuss this. If you know me personally and you know how to reach out to me, call me. You got my phone. Don't dick around. Quit dicking around talking about what you want to have happen in your life, and you don't make any choices to that effect. This is your financial future, folks. Choose wisely. And since none of this is going to cost you any money, you might want to look into what I'm talking about. With that, I'm going to get out of here. Have a great day. And as always in parting, I wish you love, prosperity, and peace.